All right, thank you. At around 12:48 p.m. today, officers from Area A responded to a motor vehicle accident involving pedestrians in the area of Deland Street and Harrison Avenue. Upon the officers' arrival, they observed a box truck turned over on its side, as well as multiple people who were struck by the vehicle. EMS responded to the scene and transported 4 individuals to area hospitals. Right now, at least one is in critical condition, and the other 3 are at least stable. There were 2 other folks impacted by the accident in some way, but they refused medical attention. Currently, our preliminary investigation seems to indicate that this seems to be more of a tragic accident than anything else. However, it's still under investigation. I think it's important for folks to know this area might be impacted for traffic for some time being, but we will try to get it back to normal as soon as possible. If anyone saw or observed anything that they'd like to be able to let us know about, they can call our tip line, or more importantly, 617-343-4470 for our motor vehicle accident, the homicide unit there. Currently, again, there's no deaths reported, but there is someone certainly in critical condition. And we will try to get this area open up to traffic very soon. Okay. Up next is the District Attorney.
Good afternoon. As always, in a circumstance such as this, myself and our death investigation team are on scene. There's still quite a ways to go in this investigation, and we will follow the facts where they lead us and do everything we can to determine exactly what happened here. I think it's important to note at this point, at least at this preliminary juncture, we don't have any reason to believe that this was an intentional act. It may very well end up being a tragic action, and a tragic one it is. At this point, we have at least we have one person that's still in critical condition, but we'll do everything that we can to come to a full understanding of the facts in this investigation and make a determination as to whether or not there's any liability here. But right now, I think we're thankful that people other than one person seem to be doing okay. This easily could have been a far worse circumstance given the time of day and how many people tend to be in this area at the time. And so in many ways we're fortunate, but we continue to keep those who are injured, and particularly the person in critical condition, in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Thank you. In addition to our Commissioner and District Attorney, I also just want to thank EMS for being here as well. Deputy, on behalf of Chief Hooley and to all of our first responders who've been on scene, I want to thank and recognize Councillor Flynn, who has been on scene as well to support the community. This is such a busy part of the city, right in the middle of the day, people going back and forth on their way to get lunch, to support our small businesses, just carrying out their daily routines. And so it is quite shocking to see the scene as it stands right now, and just the scale of damage from the what looks like an accident that occurred. So I want to just again lift up all the first responders and thank them for what they have already been doing and what they will continue to do to keep everyone safe. Hope and send our wishes for a recovery, and to all those who have been impacted. We do have trauma supports available, and they will be in the neighborhood and visiting some of the local businesses and residents. But because so many people have been here and might have seen something quite upsetting and then dispersed, I wanted to make sure everyone knows that those services are available if you reach out to the city as well, even if you're not living here in this exact area right now. So again, it is the first reports coming back that it does not seem to be an intentional incident, but such a visible and busy part of the city. It's certainly a shock, and we will look to follow this where it goes in terms of the information that comes out.
Commissioner, of the 6 people that you mentioned, are any of those the driver of this truck?
Yeah, so the driver of the truck is being currently treated. And I think he was upgraded. He was critical, I think, at one point, but I think he's been upgraded.
He's not the person that's still in critical condition?
No, I don't believe so.
Can you give us any insight on may have led up to this? Was it speeding? Did the driver have a
No.
medical problem?
That's all currently under investigation. We'll have to piece together through both witnesses and actually a location that has a lot of cameras. So it's part of our investigation in general. But
And the other people that were injured, were they on the walk, just walking down the sidewalk when this happened?
there seems to be some pedestrians that seem to have been on the sidewalk and or maybe in, as I said, the businesses that have been impacted by the turnover truck as well.
Was the truck traveling straight down Nealon Street, or was it rounding the corner from Harrison?
So the direct, direction, location, that's part of our investigation. We'll get more into that maybe much later on. But currently we know enough right now preliminary to seem that it seems more to be a tragic accident. But again, we're still early in the investigation.
Was there anything in the truck?
That I'm not aware of. That's more.
It doesn't appear there was anything
Yeah.
in the truck.
Have you heard anything about something falling into a witness had told us they might have seen something falling in the truck next door?
Yeah, again, part of the investigation is preliminary. We don't have all the facts of what happened as far as what's in a truck currently.
Last question.
Mayor, do you know anything about the damage to the building and whether or not it's safe? And the building inspection been out here, anything about that particular plaza?
No, there will, as with any situation that happens, the city's building inspectors and other processes will be in place to make sure that all of that is assessed. I don't have any more than our first responders do at this moment, but we will be in touch with this particular business owner and the businesses in the neighborhood.
Initially, when we hear about something like this, you immediately think terrorism, right? Can you just confirm that that's not what happened?
Yeah.
And
So I would say certainly preliminary investigation seems that was not intentional. Right? This does seem to be an accident, but we are currently in an investigation, so it's not over yet. So, however, folks do need to know that this area might be closed down for some time, as we might need to move both the electrical that might be impacted with the street lights and also the vehicle itself, as well as some of the businesses that have been impacted. So, all right.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Any
you.
updates we'll be putting on BPD News?